Okay, it's 3 o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm joined by Real Ale 140.
Hello.
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube,
Google Plus,
Blogger, and all the other social networks out there. Reddit, that's the one.
Yeah.
And we've got a bottle of St Austell's Big Job. It's described as a massively hot double IPA coming in at 7.2% ABV.
So Cornwall is treating us. This is the second cousin, I suppose, to Proper Job, because we've seen Proper Black.
Yeah, absolutely.
Proper Job, and this is the Big Job, so this is the double IPA. This is going to be the big boy of the family.
Sounds good. Now, I've always been really kind of pleased with St Austell's beers. Always been a big fan of them. There's the bottle cap there. And Chris picked this up in Cardiff.
Discount supermarket again. I wasn't expecting to see this actually. I saw a lot of people talking about this at the Great British Beer Festival.
Were they?
I think it was on tap there. And
okay.
Yeah, the feedback was quite good.
So, beer in the glass. What are you getting, Chris?
Whoa! Immediately, big rush of hops. And you'd have had some of this before from the Proper Job, and that is a great pint in its own right, I think. And
big fan
as a base for a beer, and I think that this seems to be the base.
It's a nice pale ale. I think colour, it's clear, it's golden.
Yeah.
One finger head, it's white.
Tiny bit of haze, maybe. I don't know.
Bit of haze in there, I suppose, but then you've got that lovely carbonation fizzing away. But
Yeah.
I think let's get our noses into this one.
Immediately, it's tangerines and it's citrus and it's.
What amazes me is that this is coming from a regional brewer. This is coming from somebody who they've not got a little microbrew on the side where they can mess about with. It's big barrel stuff.
It's a macro place, isn't it? Or somewhere between micro and macro.
Yeah, it's a big place. They call themselves. It's a bit of a, at the moment, there's a bit of an argument between Sharps and St Austell's who's Cornwall's biggest brewer. But to go out and invest in a brew like this, to say, right, let's go all out, let's make a hoppy beer on a big scale, it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Because there's another Cornish brewer, Skinner's in the mix, and I don't think I've picked up anything. They're not playing the game of saying we're going to out hop you, we're going to out
No.
you. Yeah, they're not doing that. They're sticking with what they know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
What are you
But
getting
picking
off
up
those?
mango, apricot,
It's a massive
pineapple,
tropical
grapefruit,
kind of
yeah, it's a tropical.
fun fest. Yeah.
Smells really good. I'm about ready to go. It smells almost like a sweet syrupy nose as well to go, and you want that from the malt.
And the apricot, I get what you're saying, because you get that sweet stone kind of smelling fruit. It's fantastic.
It's you can almost smell that bitterness, which is what you want from a beer. This smells, and I'm quite kind of. I'm not surprised because Proper Job's great. The Proper Black's a great beer.
Yeah.
This is just what I expect.
Yeah.
Let's dig in.
If you wonder what the strange noises are, it's my dog wandering around like, snorting in the air. He does that sometimes. Hello, Monty.
Let's dig in.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Nope.
That's yeah. Let's just dig in.
It's not rehearsed.
Oh wow.
Brilliant.
Wow, okay. Wow.
So
and it's still pulling.
That mouthfeel first of all. Smooth. Very, very smooth.
Yeah.
Just kind of drifts in and leaves and deposits bits all over your palate as it's working its way through.
It's a bit of a. You're waiting for something to happen for about a second, and then all of a sudden, bang! It's hit you like a truck. You're standing in the road waiting for a car to come, and it's a lorry, and it's knocked you down flat. It's that big punching, hoppy, grapefruity.
It's a lorry full of apricots as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that the abiding kind of sweetness that's left on your lips is very much of that ilk.
Oh yeah.
Really, really good. But sweet, there's that malty sweetness as well, and that's sat there as a real backbone to this beer. It's a really, really kind of a thrusting beer.
Yeah.
But with something behind it to give it a good thrusting.
Balanced as well. You've got that sweetness, you've got that bitterness, but you wouldn't say one was kind of overrode overriding the other. It's a
You get them in
go on.
stages. You get the malt comes in, and then you get the kick of the hops, but it's not. From the nose, you would think this is going to be a massive mango kind of beast. It's not.
Yeah.
It's kind of a subtle mango kind of beast.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a bit like being assaulted by a macaque monkey holding a kiwi fruit. It's that kind of, you're in that kind of ballpark.
And that is St Austell's big job. We're going to carry on, but I just want to kind of
Bring it back to that.
bring it back to that. This is from a regional brewer who have got no facilities to brew small batch brews unless they do it in a garage on the side. But this is rather impressive. I've always been impressed by St Austell's beers.
Tributes to beer as well.
Tribute's another great beer. It's cold tonight. It feels like autumn, but it was just a month ago we were drinking Tribute in a local pub down the road. Yeah. So I can't think of the name of the place now, but yeah, it's the captain's wife.
That's right.
That's the one. And it was great to sit there in the sunshine. The wasps were flying around, and it was a summer's day. But equally, on an autumn's day, it's quite chilly. We probably could do with a kind of another
Maybe
jumper
another
or
layer,
something, but
just getting there.
it's still that appropriate style of beer for this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that kind of beer that you're gonna get in. You're gonna want a little bit of warmingness, coming from the beer. You're gonna want a nice ABV because you don't want to drink too much because you've been busy, and so you could get away with having just this beer, 7.2%. It's a real kicker.
Great
You
stuff.
wouldn't get it from the mouthfeel, the taste, or anything like that.
No,
But you probably feel it after you had the whole one.
really happy with this. I'd like to pay a big tribute. Coin on words here,
Yeah.
but a big tribute to Chris Related 140 for pulling me round and saying you need to try this big job, you need to review it. It's a great beer. Thanks to you. How would you rate it?
I'm going to go. Yeah, I think this is a great beer, and it doesn't. It is massively hopped, but it's not stupidly hopped. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm a biased Cornish person, maybe Cornish person. Maybe I am, but I think it's a well balanced, good, decent beer, and I think you should go out and buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. One more question quickly before I do give my own rating, and that is that personally I think this beer, the ABV is being masked rather well. That's 7.2%. Excuse me. You're not really finding it. You're not really kind of. It's well balanced. It's there. It's hidden well.
Yeah, it's completely masked, and you could quite happily drink this thinking it was no more than 4%.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another kind of a reason why Chris has given it a 9. I'm going to join Chris on a 9. I think this is a lovely. There we go. One final kind of swill round. It's a lovely beer. It's everything you would expect from it's an American style IPA. They've gone out, they've kind of replicated it, and they've done it really well. So 9 out of 10. Real Ale Craft Beer. Check out Real Ale in 140 on Twitter, Facebook, and all the other social networks. It's time for us to go, but thanks for joining us. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.